For this project, I'm going to show you how to eliminate the fear and panic of losing your car keys and the frustration of getting locked out by your kids, especially when your keys are locked inside with them. Let's start this project with a 45-pound carabiner hook magnet and a bottle of kids' vitamin gummies. Save the gummies for your kids because all we're really after here is the plastic container, and the reason I chose this bottle is because it's fairly cheap and the mouth is wide enough for a key fob to slide in and out without any problems at all. Now, rather than making our own magnetic key box, you might be wondering why not just go to the store and buy a pre-made case instead? The answer is that you could, but they aren't big enough to store transponders and key fobs, so they won't work very well with newer vehicles. The magnets aren't impressively strong either. I tested the store-bought version on a flat steel weight and found that the most it could handle was 5 pounds. Barely. On the other hand, you can find super magnets at the hardware store that claim to hold up to 45 pounds. Now in practice, I found the most they're really good for is about 25 pounds, which is nearly half of what's advertised. But despite the inflated claim, you can still see they're at least 5 times stronger, and that will make all the difference. Now to make a Car Hero key box, we'll need our magnet secured firmly to the lid of the bottle, and I found the easiest way to do that is with a flathead screwdriver and a propane torch. Of course, if you don't have a propane torch, you can always use a barbecue igniter instead. Get your screwdriver and carefully heat the tip for a few seconds in the open flame so it gets good and hot. Then quickly press it into the top of the lid so it makes a hole that's slightly offset from the center. While it's still hot, make another hole in line with the first, and you should end up with a nice clean slit right down the center. Now when your screwdriver's cooled down a bit, gently pry at the edges of the bottle cap liner and pop it out so you can modify the underside of the cap. Heat the screwdriver again, but this time, rather than poking all the way through the cap, carefully carve a channel out of the inner plastic lining around ½ an inch long on either side of the slit. Take your time and do a good job because it's really important that you don't burn into the yellow part of the cap underneath. With this little channel carved out, go ahead and unhook the carabiner from the magnetic base so you can flip it over and press the carabiner clip down into the cap, locking it into place with the magnetic side facing up. Now if you look closely at the underside of the cap, it should start to make sense how this is going to come together. Try hooking the carabiner back in place and you'll most likely find that there's just barely enough clearance to get it lined up with the hole. But with a little persistence and some leverage from your screwdriver, you should be able to pull it all the way through. It's locked together pretty tight now, and that's really great because it means there's very little chance it's ever going to come off by accident. At this point, you're pretty much done, so go ahead and clip a spare set of keys onto the carabiner, and that's it. You've got yourself a super strong and weather-resistant Car Hero key box that'll accommodate an emergency set of keys with room to spare. Now let's go one step further and give it a paint job. I thought it would be fun to try coating it with some abrasion-resistant truck bed coating. This stuff is normally used for lining truck beds, but you can see it gives the bottle a cool textured look that'll help camouflage it a bit so it blends in better with where we're going to hide it in a second. Spray a couple coatings on the cap as well because it'll help seal the gaps around the magnet and make the whole thing water resistant. Now since your vehicle is built on a steel frame, your super strong key box will stick just about anywhere you want. And if you look around for a while, you'll see hundreds of little nooks and crannies where you could hide it, so pick a place that works best for you and your peace of mind. Now the next time you walk out to your car and realize your keys are missing, you don't have to worry about calling a friend for a ride or breaking a window to get in. Instead, simply reach for your emergency key box and a clean set of spare keys will be waiting there ready to help you out. Just like that, you've dodged a potentially embarrassing situation and emerged a Car Hero instead, saving you time, money, and maybe even your pride as well. Well, now you know how to convert a magnet in a plastic bottle into a Car Hero key box that's over 5 times stronger than store-bought brands and much more convenient to use. By the way, try throwing a few hand wipes in there as well. This way if you get a bit dirty in the process, you'll have something handy to wipe yourself clean. That's it for now. If you like this video, perhaps you like some of my others. Check them out at thekingofrandom.com. Hey guys, that's the end of this video, but it's not the end of the adventure. Click here to see the last project and click here to see the next. I've made over 100 project videos for you to check out, and I'm still making new videos every 5 days. So click here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free, and if you update your YouTube notification settings, you can get an email every time I upload. In the meantime, here are a few other videos I recommend watching. They're all favorites for different reasons, and you'll learn something new in every project. Thank you for watching, sharing, and supporting my videos, and I'll see you in the next project video. I'll talk to you then.